This is Tony T here from Tony'sPicks.com with our free college football pick show here for Week 11, Part 2. We'll have 8 games for Saturday. We're going to do these in parts to get them all done for you. For more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you're looking for my best bets, my premium plays, click that link in the description. That'll take you to my page here at Tony'sPicks.com. So let's get underway here. We'll start with Liberty and Middle Tennessee State. Liberty fell to 5-2 with their 31-21 home defeat to Jacksonville State. The Flames gained 410 yards, 273 rushing for 4.9 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 457 yards to the Gamecocks, 363 rushing for 7.4 yards a carry. Caden Salter, 12 of 25 passing for 147 yards with a touchdown and pick. He rushed for 68 yards in the game. Middle Tennessee State now 3-6, a 20-13 row win at UTEP. The Blue Raiders gained 333 yards, 94 rushing for 3.4 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 305 yards to the Miners, 160 rushing for 3.8 yards a carry. Nicholas Vitadio, 21 of 35 passing for 239 yards with a touchdown and 2 picks. He rushed for a touchdown in the game. Liberty, good offensive team against Conference USA as they rushed for 5.4 yards a carry and averaged 7.5 yards per pass attempt. On defense, they are allowing conference foes 7.5 yards per pass attempt. Middle Tennessee State, poor defensive team against the conference by allowing 5.2 yards per rush, 8.3 yards per pass attempt. Blue Raiders have an experienced quarterback, and against Conference USA are averaging 293 yards passing with 8.4 yards per pass attempt. Liberty 8-2 the over as road favorite. Blue Raiders 4-1 the over as a home underdog. The pick here will be on Middle Tennessee State and Liberty over 54. All right, let's get to the next one here. This is a UCONN and UAB. UConn improved to 6-3 with their 34-27 home victory at Georgia State. The Huskies gained 346 yards, 271 rushing for 6.3 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 374 yards to the Panthers, 265 passing on 43 attempts. Nick Evers, 10 of 16 passing for 75 yards and a touchdown. He rushed for 25. He had a rushing touchdown as well. UAB 2-6, a 59-21 home victory at Tulsa. The Blazers put up 537 yards, 113 rushing for 4.9 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 423 yards to the Golden Hurricane, 187 rushing for 3.8 yards a carry. Jacob Zeno missed the game with a shoulder injury and is questionable. Jalen Kitna, 25 of 32 passing for 404 yards with 6 touchdowns. UConn has struggled in their road games with inefficient and inaccurate quarterback play. The Huskies' defense away from home allowing 4.6 yards per rush, 69% completion rate, 8.1 yards per pass attempt. They're allowing 519 yards per game away from home. UAB offense in their past 3 games averaging 350 yards passing with 8 yards per pass attempt. Defensively in this span, they're allowing 52% completion rate. UAB 5-1 in the spread at home, and the non-conference play here will be on UAB at plus 6.5. All right, next up we got Marshall and Southern Miss. Marshall now 5-3 with their 28-23 home victory at UL Monroe. The Thundering Herd gained 364 yards, 198 rushing for 4.6 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 378 yards to the Warhawks, 239 rushing for 5.3 yards a carry. Braylon Braxton 10 of 19 passing for 166 yards with a touchdown. Southern Miss now 1-7, a 32-15 road defeat at James Madison. The Golden Eagles put up 319 yards, 141 rushing for 3.2 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 357 yards to Dukes, 199 rushing for 4.9 yards a carry. Ethan Crawford completed 11 of 34 passes for 179 yards and a pick. The Thundering Herd has struggled defensively in the Sun Belt, allowing 4.8 yards per rush, 245 yards passing for 7.3 yards per pass attempt. The defense has been trending poorly in their past 3 games. Southern Miss at home averaging 8.7 yards per pass attempt and has defended the pass well. Play here will be on Southern Miss plus the 14. All right, we got Iowa State and Kansas for you here. Iowa State 7-1 after their 23-22 home defeat to Texas Tech. The Cyclones gained 432 yards, 133 rushing for 3.5 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 366 yards to the Red Raiders, 237 passing on 40 attempts. Rocco Beck, 23 of 39 passing for 299 yards with 2 touchdowns and a pick. Kansas drops to 2-6, a 29-27 road defeat at Kansas State. The Jayhawks put up 401 yards, 192 rushing for 5.6 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 479 yards to the Wildcats, 253 passing on 34 attempts. Jalen Daniels, 18 of 31 passing for 209 yards with a touchdown and pick. He rushed for 66 yards and a touchdown. Iowa State defense in their past 3 games allowing 210 yards rushing for 6 yards a carry. On the offensive side, the Cyclones in this period rushing for 2.5 yards a carry with inaccurate quarterback play. Against the Big 12, the Jayhawks rushed for 5.4 yards a carry with 7.6 yards per pass attempt. Defensively in this period, they're allowing 5.2 yards per rush, but only 61% completion rate. The Jayhawks have covered 2 straight, including a 42-14 home win to Houston. The play here will be on Kansas, +3. All right, next up we've got for you Duke and NC State. For Saturday, Duke is 6-3, a 53-31 road defeat to Miami. The Blue Devils gained 405 yards, 80 rushing for 3 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 526 yards to Miami with 400 passing on 41 attempts. Malik Murphy hit 25 of 41 passes for 325 yards with 3 touchdowns and 3 picks. NC State now 5-4, a 59-28 home victory to Stanford. The Wolfpack put up 527 yards, 281 rushing for 7 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 398 yards to the Cardinal, 225 rushing for 5.8 yards per rush. C.J. Bailey here, 18 of 20 for 234 yards and 3 touchdowns. Blue Devils against the conference rushed for 3.6 yards a carry with inaccurate and inefficient quarterback play. Defensively, they held conference foes to 4.3 yards per run with only 58% completion rate. NC State has shown improvement offensively in their past 3 games, especially in the passing game. 75% completion rate, 11 yards per pass attempt. In that period, they're allowing 69% completion rate, 7.9 yards per pass. NC State is in the better offensive form. Play here will be on NC State, -3. All right, next up we got Georgia State and James Madison. Georgia State fell to 2-6, a 34-27 road defeat to UConn. The Panthers posted 374 yards, 109 rushing for 3.9 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 346 yards to the Huskies, 271 rushing for 6.3 yards a carry. Zach Gibson, 28 of 40 passing for 257 yards with a touchdown and pick. He had a rushing touchdown in the game. James Madison 6-2. A 32-15 home victory to Southern Miss. The Dukes put up 357 yards, 199 rushing for 4.9 yards a carry. Alonzo Barrett, 15 of 25 passing for 135 yards with 2 touchdowns and a pick. James Madison's defense, good form right now over their past 3 games, allowing 3.7 yards per rush, 47% completion rate. Georgia State against the Sun Belt has been a poor defensive team, allowing 236 rushing yards for 5.7 yards a carry, 7.4 yards per pass attempt. The numbers are worse in their past 3 games overall. James Madison put up 42 points on Georgia State in each of their past 2 seasons. The Dukes 3-1 to the spread at home against poor defensive teams that allow 5.9 yards per play or greater. Play here beat James Madison, -16.5. Georgia and Ole Miss college football pick Saturday. Georgia improved to 7-1, a 34-20 home victory to Florida. The Bulldogs gained 453 yards, 144 rushing for 4.4 yards a carry. On defense, they held the Gators to 228 yards, 113 passing on 30 attempts. Carson Beck, 25 of 40 for 309 yards with 2 touchdowns and 3 picks. Ole Miss 7-2, a 63-31 road win at Arkansas. The Rebels produced 684 yards, 132 rushing for 3.1 yards per carry. Defensively, they allowed 492 yards to the Razorbacks, 365 passing on 20 attempts. Jackson Dart, 25 of 31 passing for 515 yards and 6 touchdowns. On the road, the Bulldogs are rushing for 4.1 yards a carry with only 60% completions. They defend the run well and also the pass, and that's away from home. Ole Miss against the conference running the football for 3.3 yards a carry, but has been efficient and accurate in that passing game. Rebels averaging 10.5 yards per pass attempt in the conference. The Rebels are holding SEC teams to 3 yards per carry on the ground. Georgia 3-7 to the spread as road favorite. Play here will be on Ole Miss plus 2.5. All right, next up we got Army and North Texas here for Saturday's game. Army improved to 8-0, a 20-3 home victory to Air Force. The Black Knights gained 255 yards, 207 rushing for 4.8 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 209 yards to the Falcons, 117 rushing for 2.9 yards a carry. Bryson Daly expected to play. He is completing 57% of his passes for 13.5 yards per pass attempt. North Texas 5-3, a 45-37 home defeat to Tulane. The Mean Green put up 526 yards, 76 rushing for 3 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 472 yards to the Green Wave, 297 rushing for 6.3 yards a carry. Chandler Morris, 38 of 57 passing for 429 yards with 3 touchdowns. He rushed for 20 yards and a score. Army against the AAC is averaging 54 rushing attempts per game and running for 6.7 yards a carry. Defensively, they hold conference foes at 2.8 yards per rush with 6 yards per pass attempt. The Mean Green struggles with run defense. Army keeps it on the ground, runs clock. Army 5-1 to the under on the road against winning teams. Play here will be on Army in North Texas under 63.5. For more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you're looking for my best bets, my premium plays, click that link in the description. That'll take you to my page here at TonySpicks.com. And if you like our work, give us a like, a thumbs up. It really helps our channel. I'm Tony T. We'll talk with you guys later.